Over the past 4 centuries, from the 1500s to the year 2025, the world completely transformed. Empires rose and fell, ships crossed vast oceans carrying both explorers and enslaved people. Science reshaped daily life, and people fought relentlessly for justice. Some events changed everything. Wars and revolutions shook nations, art and music inspired generations, cinema and sports captured hearts, and technology took humanity from horse-drawn carts to rockets soaring into space. And now we are rolling back through time to relive the biggest moments that shaped the world. So why not hit that subscribe button and drop a comment about your favorite piece of history? Let's roll into this incredible 4-century journey. In the year 1517, Martin Luther nailed his list of complaints to a church door, unknowingly setting off a massive religious upheaval that divided Europe. Towns erupted into debates, and suddenly faith had battle lines. Then in the year 1534, King Henry VIII of England decided he did not need the Pope anymore, breaking away from the Catholic Church and forever changing how his people practiced their faith. Meanwhile, the high seas were full of drama. In the year 1588, England's navy crushed Spain's supposedly unstoppable armada, sending Spanish ships to the ocean floor and giving English sailors more room to roam. But history was not all about war and politics. Art flourished as Michelangelo completed his breathtaking Sistine Chapel ceiling in the year 1512, leaving villagers staring up in awe. The world expanded too when Christopher Columbus reached the Americas in the year 1492. He unknowingly changed dinner tables forever by introducing new foods across continents. And let's not forget playtime. By the year 1550, children in England were already kicking balls around, though without any real rules, just chaos in the streets. And speaking of entertainment, William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet debuted in the year 1597, leaving audiences in tears every night. By the year 1618, Europe found itself in the grip of the 30 Years' War, a brutal conflict over land and religion that left cities in ruins and entire villages wiped out. Meanwhile, in the year 1649, England made history when King Charles I was executed, ending the monarchy, at least for a little while. Amidst the chaos, minds were making breakthroughs. In the year 1687, Isaac Newton published his theories on gravity, revolutionizing science and forever changing how the world understood falling apples. Music and the arts continued to thrive. By the year 1723, Johann Sebastian Bach was composing masterpieces on the organ, filling churches with magnificent sounds. Meanwhile, in the year 1610, Galileo Galilei turned his telescope toward Jupiter and spotted its moons, proving that the universe was far bigger than people had imagined. On the field, the year 1646 saw the early days of cricket, with villages gathering to watch matches. And for those who preferred more refined entertainment, the year 1607 marked the debut of Claudio Monteverdi's Orfeo, one of the first great operas, delighting audiences with grand performances. The 1700s were packed with revolutions, literally. In the year 1702, Britain and Spain clashed for control of the seas, with Britain coming out on top by the year 1713, making trade routes safer for merchants. Meanwhile, in the year 1763, France lost its grip on North America to Britain, setting off tensions that would lead to something even bigger. And then came the year 1776. The American colonies declared independence from Britain, with George Washington leading the charge. By the year 1783, the United States was officially a new nation. Around the same time, Thomas Paine's Common Sense in the year 1776 inspired people everywhere to challenge their rulers. Technology was on the move too. In the year 1769, James Watt's steam engine revolutionized industry, powering factories and helping cities grow. Cricket had also gained traction, with the year 1761 marking the rise of organized teams. Meanwhile, in the world of music, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was dazzling audiences with his piano pieces by the year 1781, filling grand halls with breathtaking melodies. In the year 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte met his downfall at Waterloo, ending years of war and bringing a fragile peace to Europe. Meanwhile, in the year 1833, Britain finally abolished slavery, freeing countless families and ending the brutal transatlantic slave trade. The United States followed suit after a bloody civil war, with slavery officially abolished in the year 1865, though the road to true equality was long and painful. Elsewhere, the world's borders were shifting. By the year 1898, European powers had carved up Africa after a series of backroom deals, permanently altering the continent's future. The arts and sciences continued to soar. In the year 1798, William Wordsworth's poetry brought a love of nature to readers, while in the year 1829, George Stephenson's rocket train revolutionized transportation, shrinking distances between cities. And for sports fans, the year 1863 marked the official rules of football, also known as soccer, transforming a street game into the world's most beloved sport. The 20th century opened with war. In the year 1914, the First World War erupted after the assassination of a prince, dragging the world into chaos until the year 1918. Then in the year 1917, Russia's monarchy collapsed, paving the way for communist rule under Vladimir Lenin, a government that would last until the year 1991. The Second World War followed, ending in the year 1945 with devastating atomic bombings in Japan. The world had changed forever. But there was also progress. In the year 1908, Henry Ford's Model T brought affordable cars to the masses, forever changing transportation. Then in the year 1969, the world watched in awe as Neil Armstrong took humankind's first steps on the moon, proving that space was not just the stuff of science fiction. Meanwhile, pop culture was booming. In the year 1977, Star Wars hit theaters, creating a science fiction revolution. And by the year 1960, the Olympics were being broadcast live on television, uniting people around the world through sports. 400 years ago, the world was a very different place. No cars, no electricity, no internet, and yet people back then laughed, struggled, dreamed, and fought for change, just like we do today. Now, with billions of screens lighting up daily, history is not just something in books, it is alive, shaping the world we live in. What is your favorite moment from the past 400 years? Drop a comment below and stay tuned for our next incredible journey through time.